YouTube, what's up? Good morning, guys. 10:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, February 2nd, 2019. I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's freezing. Sky is blue today. Sun is out, and so are the chemtrails. They are spraying the skies. They're very much alive out there, flying around, just dropping chemicals on us. Now, recent news, a couple updates off the top of my head. I might actually read these articles later on. But Trump is hinting to declaring a national emergency if the government is to shut back down on February 15th. He's throwing hints, he's throwing signs. I had some footage I was going to show, and my phone froze up. All kind of weird shit happened. Also, they're updated to 28 people have been found dead because of this, all in the Midwest region, stretching up to North Dakota, I believe. Actually, no. This was all around the Chicago area, I believe. 28 dead because of the Midwest freeze. Yeah, man, this weather's killing people. And I told you guys, when the storm was coming, I told you, okay? I didn't set no predictions. I'm not saying I predict. I'm not that dude. I don't do that shit. But I told you what they're trying to do is this how they take us out, little by little. This is how they depopulate the planet. They just same with terrorist attacks. Hit them small places like stuff like that. Like this year, so many signs pointing towards the Super Bowl. I would not go to Super Bowl. I pray to God that I'm wrong. I pray to God every day, because it's tomorrow, that I am wrong. But everyone prayed that nothing happened at the Super Bowl. But there's like stuff pointing. The Super Bowl is not a good place to be around this year. God forbid anything happens. Lord, God forbid anything bad happens to them people, man. But like I said, there's many signs pointing to that. Now, with that said, 28 dead, okay, in the Midwest. I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. Alright, and I said that with the weather, this is like the biggest worry to me. Alright, 5G weather modification is what people need to be focused on. Not running around eating each other, not watching Marfugal TV and believing all the bullshit lies he makes up. Like, not following John X. Army, all the bullshit scams these dudes pull. Like, that's not what people should be doing. That's all. That's just my opinion. To best help somebody. You know, how you take it is how you take it. I just think you're being very misled. I am not going to lead you anywhere. And if I do, it's going to be in your best interest. The only thing I'm trying to actually tell people to do is to think positive and believe. And hopefully I can get people to start praying, wanting something positive, thinking something positive, put your thoughts into existence, because that's what I believe in, man. It works. Trust when I tell you it works. Alright, so with that said, there's a lot of fake truthers out here. I promise to God I'm not one of them. I promise to God I'm not one of them. But I'm not the best, I'm not the smartest, I don't know everything. And I'm not going to pretend like I do, alright? I'm just me, dude. I'm just me, alright? All this, like, more frugal Christian-based thing, and all you can do is send hate towards me, threaten me and stuff. How could you claim your community of love and shit? These are all full of shit. These are all clowns. Ain't none of you going to come do nothing. You see I'm in the street right now. I'm in the street every day. I'm telling you to come on. I gave my address. You keep threatening me. Come on. These are all punks. Ain't none of you going to do nothing. These are all punks. You hear me? Punks, including Marfugal. He's a chump too. Call it slander. I don't care what you call it. He's a chump. Okay? Beats up women. I don't respect it. So, and the proof's in the video. So, look at it. Oh, and he hits kids. Nah, don't respect it. But guys, man, this weather's serious. My hand's frozen right now as I'm speaking. Let's read this. Okay. Hearing video shows Brooklyn inmates freezing jail cells begging for help. Haunting videos of the Metropolitan Detention Center record sound of inmates banging on the walls and windows for help. It's just so messed up, dude. I've been in that situation, man. I've been there so many different times. but being cold, okay? Not having my water on, my water being off, being thirsty, being locked in my cell for 4 days at a time with a stuffed toilet that's broke with shit and piss in it. No water. Like, I've been in a situation going 31 days without a shower. I've been there personally. It's very, very real. It's very, very true. It's cruel and harsh punishment, but they do not follow the rules, man. They are some of the biggest criminals in the world. Are these damn politicians and these damn wardens of these damn prisons? All right, it's messed up. This is real. This stuff, I don't care what anybody says about fake news, ABC. This stuff is real, dude. I've been there, okay? Not every single thing you hear is just a bull-faced lie. It's misled. They flipped their narrative, okay? You can disagree with me. That's fine. We can still find a common ground to meet on, or you can not watch me. It is totally up to you. It will not affect my life either way. I don't make $1 for this, dude. So I dedicate my time because I'm trying to wake people up. I'm trying to help the world. I'm trying to save this shit. I'm not going to save it. I'm just trying to help save it. The only one that's going to save it is God. Ain't none of us going to do nothing, man. We gotta come to terms with God, man. That's it. But I'm telling you right now, this is not fake news. I have been there myself. They do this stuff. This stuff is for real. They ignore you. They don't feed you. Dude, I averaged 2 weeks at a time in the hole one time and ate 1 tray a day. 1 tray a day. You know what happened to my other 2 trays? Which were breakfast and lunch trays. The first shift hated my guts. You know what they did? They would throw my tray through my slot hole. Boom, just throw it on the floor. My food would go everywhere. Now, mind you, these floors are so dirty, okay? Pubic hair, you know what I mean? I haven't been cleaned in months. Before I got in there, I'm in a hole. I'm in my cell 24 hours a day. No yard, no 1 hour rec. That's another law they break. No 1 hour rec. I didn't get it. I never got it. Ever, okay? And what they do is they get by on that because they say, by policy, if you refuse, they don't have to give you yard. So they claim that I refused, which is a bull-faced lie. Why would I refuse yard? Anyway, it's never going to change. Now, I'm not going to be able to do nothing about it now. But I'm trying to be a voice for them dudes in there now. Okay? Every criminal, every inmate, every convict is not a bad person. They are not all evil. There's so many good people in prison I met. So many good dudes. So many good-hearted dudes that just messed up. Made bad mistakes. In my state, it's too damn easy to get sent to jail, man. It is way too easy to get sent to prison. So, what was I trying to say that? Oh, all that fake news, I'm reading fake news shit. Man, this is real, man. This stuff happens, man. And they switch the narrative. I don't believe everything I hear with the politicians, with the politicking on ABC, Fox. I'm not saying I believe any of it. What I'm saying is they flip their narrative, okay? They take a true story and they put lies in it. And they switch their narrative around to basically, just like Mark Vogel and John X do. That's what Mark Vogel and John X are. They are mainstream media on YouTube. That's what they are. They do the same things they do. And honestly, God, they do the same stuff I'm doing, but as far as reading this stuff. They take mainstream stories, but I don't flip it around. I read them right in front of you. I'm reading you exactly what they are telling us. I'm not flipping nothing. I'm reading it straight to you, you know what I mean? And then I'm giving my opinion on it sometimes and whatnot. But they will take it and act like it's their own words, and they'll take it from mainstream. And them dudes just ain't official, man. And I wish you the best if you follow them, man. All I'm trying to do is help you, man. Just don't listen to them dudes, especially Mark Vogel. He's very dangerous. He's a very dangerous human being, man. He's very, very dangerous. And I just hope you just, dude, they're misguiding people, man. And I care about people, dude. I know I come off all the time, but I do. I just care about people, and I just don't want people to be misguided, man. That's all. That's all. Alright, well, let's get into the story now. Inmates had a federal lockup in New York have been banging on the walls and windows of their cells to get attention from people on the street as they suffer below freezing temperatures in their cells. New York City Councilman Justin Brandt filmed the scene on Friday at the Waterfront Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, where more than 1,600 inmates are in prison. Inmates are banging on S.O.S. on windows to get our attention. This is surreal, Brandon tweeted. Later he added, one of the most harrowing sounds I've ever known. Please, guys, like, share this. Get this out there. Get this out there. This is stuff that needs to be known. This is stuff that needs to be seen by the normal regular citizen that probably ain't even gonna care, but maybe he or she will. Maybe will help me take a stand. I'm getting ready to start making petitions and everything. I just don't want to get too far off of, the truth, the other part of my truth, and you know what I'm talking about, exposing those people. There's those people are much more important to expose because we're trying to wake people up. We're trying to save the planet. We're trying to make it better for our kids and our kids' kids. But at the same time, I can't get too far off track about this part of my truther side of the channel and exposing the prison systems in the Department of Corrections, because I've been there and I know how they treat people. It is absolutely, it's terrible. It's inhumane. Let's watch it.
All we hear are the inmates banging on the windows to get our attention. And when they see that we're here, they bang louder. And we're not getting anything from the Bureau of Prisons. They're not telling us anything.
So hopefully you heard that. You could just hear them banging on the window, and he said the prison wasn't telling them nothing. That's sick, man.
Good evening, guys. All this apparently caused because of a boiler that has frozen, and also because we understand that a panel exploded. But I want you to check out what's happening right here. Over here, we've had some families of inmates that have heard about what's going on, standing right in front of the facility. And check this out. Those inmates, we're hearing that banging. It's still happening, and you can still hear it. And those lights that are flashing, we understand are night lights that they are able to buy in the commissary. So this is a developing situation. And last we heard, electricity is not expected to be back on until Monday. Here is inmates at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn bang and make noise in their jail cells so they can be heard. Anger and frustration, not just from inmates, but also their loved ones, as well as correctional officers and other employees at the facility.
We have gone to spots where there's no light, so we're really afraid for the staff to be safe, as well as the inmates.
The facility has been without electricity, heat, or warm meals since Sunday afternoon. The New York Times reported temperatures inside during the polar vortex blast this week were as low
Look
as
at them.
34 degrees.
They're begging for help, man.
The federal prison houses some 1,600 inmates. While it is known for having notorious and dangerous prisoners convicted of serious federal crimes, it also houses people accused of less serious crimes, some of whom are awaiting their bail hearing, others standing trial and haven't even been convicted yet. That's the case for the brother of Tremaya Slade.
Just because you're in here doesn't mean that you're still a human being. You still deserve the right to not be cold and told anyway.
Elected officials now demanding answers.
This is not only a health issue, but it is also a safety issue for workers and everybody else.
So again, more and more families starting to show up right here outside of this facility. And guys, to add insult to injury, the prisoners inside, the inmates, they haven't been able to call their family members since the outage. Some of these inmates contact their family members every single day. So some families might not even know what is happening inside. We're live in Brooklyn. I'm Cristiano Benavides, Pix 11 News.
It's a shame on the Federal Bureau of Prisons. It's a shame on the New York Federal Bureau of Prisons, too. It's ridiculous. Share this. Get this out there. These people need to be held accountable for doing shit like that, man. Them dudes are freezing in there, man. That ain't right, man. The Administrative Detention Center had a partial power outage last Saturday as temperatures dropped as low as 2 degrees this week, causing several inmates to call federal defender offices, according to the New York Times. Without limited power at the jail, defense lawyers claim inmates have been complaining of freezing cells, no hot water, and no lights. In the past hour, I have gotten 11 calls. Paralegal Rachel Bass, a federal defender in Brooklyn, told the Times on Thursday, people are frantic. They're really scared. They don't have extra blankets. They don't have access to the commissary to buy an extra sweater. Metropolitan Detention Center has suspended visits to the facility until further notice, according to a message on its website. Deidre Dornum, the lead federal defender in Brooklyn, told the Associated Press on Friday that the inmates were currently on lockdown with no access to the computers they use to contact family and attorneys and to request prescription medications. That's ridiculous, man. That's a shame on these people. My understanding is they're fully locked down in their dark cells, oh, by the way, that are freezing with no water, no hot water, no heat. Yeah, that's how you treat a human being. This is what I'm talking about the 13th Amendment, okay? It says, basically says they abolish slavery. Slavery is, slavery is not legal unless you commit a crime. Then it's okay. Herman Quay, a spokeswoman for the jail's warden, confirmed to the Times that there was a partial power outage, but denied that the inmates housed there were affected, according to the Times. The Bureau of Prisons, which also denied that cells were lacking heat and hot water, told the Times that the electrical failure was due to emergencies with Con Edison, though the utility denied any issues. How funny is that? Con Edison, that's the same people that the blue beams, remember the blue beam that blew up in New York, that they were saying was a damn, oh, that's funny. That's where I did the gematria. Con Edison's the place, their electrical company in Queens, when they said there was a, what did they call it? A transformer blew up, and there was that big blue beam in the sky. Yeah, that was Con Edison. It had something to do with that too. So it's funny how all this stuff links back together. It's an internal problem. So, Con Edison's the reason the power was out there. Oh, way to go, Con Edison. They should do the same thing as PG&E did and claim bankruptcy. It's an internal problem, and their electricians will have to fix it. Robert McGee, Con Edison's spokesman, told the paper. In response to the Times story, Republican Nida Valquez of New York said Friday that she was alarmed by reports that inmates had the NDC in enduring these conditions, especially given the freezing weather this week. Later Friday, after a visit to the jail, the Congresswoman said that some of the heat and hot water was restored, but that it was not at full capacity. Still cold and dark, she tweeted, as we weren't allowed to speak with inmates. Unclear if blankets are being distributed. So they completely blocked the media from talking to inmates, which the media wanted to do. This is absolutely a cover-up, inhumane conditions that they're letting human beings, and at that our fellow Americans are living in. You cannot look at this and say every person is evil, they murdered somebody or they raped a woman. No, it's not like that. Look at the ratings. Most prisons are filled with drug addicts and then drug dealers. That's the top two highest ratings in the penitentiary. Drug addicts and drug dealers. Which, by the way, they get no rehabilitation. This stuff has to stop. This is what's wrong with our world and our society. On Thursday, federal defenders filed an emergency motion to remove Dino Sanchez, an inmate from Brooklyn who has suffered from asthma and severe cold, according to the Times. The population was kept in their cells. For 23 hours, Benjamin Easter, a federal defender representing Sanchez, told the paper he's stuck in these cold conditions in a short-sleeved jumpsuit and short-sleeved undershirt. Yaster added he feels support to breathe and is wheezing and coughing more than he normally would. Councilman Bernard Brannan demanded answers from jail officials at their Vasquez visit. These conditions are dangerous and inhumane for workers and inmates, he tweeted. Families on outside especially need answers. Absolutely, I absolutely agree. It's time to like this to get it put in the algorithm so more people can see it and share it. Okay, it's time to get this shared. Share this on every social media platform you have. If you have a YouTube channel, you have my full permission right now to take any recordings off this, or you could show my whole entire video of me myself. This has to be woken up to the world too. Okay, this is part of waking up. It's exposing. This is exposing the same people, man. It's all behind them. You see how Con Edison is linked to this, just as well as it was linked to the blue beams that blew up in the sky in New York and Queens. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's come together. Let's think. Let's come together. Think together. Meet on a common ground here. Something ain't right. This definitely isn't right. I love each and every one of you. All right. Oh yeah. I want to tell you, I have a personal experience from when I was in prison. Okay, and it was cold like this. It was so cold, okay, that I could put a milk. We would get milk in the mornings, get a little milk carton, okay, and I was in a hole, right? So it's so cold, I could put my milk underneath my bunk, okay, so on the floor into the corner of the wall, right, and I could put it there, right, and what would happen is it would freeze, okay, that's how cold it was. And then there was a time in the day, like mid-morning, where the sun would hit my cell. Mind you, it was freezing out, but when the sun would hit my cell, somehow it would cause like moisture and humidity in my cell. And I would get water vapors, like water droplets would form on my floor, like my floor would sweat, basically, in one word or another. My floor would sweat, and then it was so cold, my floor would freeze. So, believe it or not, okay, I was locked in a cell for 24 hours a day at a time, for months at a time, with one sheet, one blanket, and no pillow. Remember, they do not give you a pillow in prison. You have to buy one. If you don't buy a pillow, you don't get a pillow. So you sleep on a flat mattress that's probably as thick as a nice blanket. And if you don't have a pillow, you don't get one. And my floor was literally ice skate. Like I could ice skate on my floor. It had a thin sheet of ice on it. It was slippery. It was dangerous. It was hard floor. Anything on my floor would literally be iced into the floor. And that's my word. Take it for what it's worth. But I'll tell you right now, this shit ain't right, man. I love each and every one of you. Please, let's come together. If you can, pray about this. Pray for these dudes, man. I know how this is, man. Please, man, just say a prayer for these cats, man. This stuff ain't right, dude. I'm trying to tell you. You don't understand the feeling, man. It literally hurts me, man. Like, to know how it is in there when you're all alone and no one in the world can hear you, dude. Like, it literally almost brings tears to my eyes because when I was in there, it would almost bring tears to my eyes. Like, I used to want to cry. Like, no one could hear me. Like, it was so messed up, dude. Like, he would just be like, why is this happening? Why are these people so evil? Why do they not care about me? I'm here for dealing drugs, and they're treating me like I'm a child molester, and they would actually treat the child molesters better than they was treating me. You know what I mean? It was absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely not right, and we have to take a stand at this, but I can't do it alone. I need you guys with me, all right? I love you guys. Please say a prayer for this, man. These guys, man, this stuff ain't right, man. Please just trust me on this. It's not right. It happens. It's very, very real. I have personal experience with this. Okay, it's nightmares. I'm traumatized from it. To this day, I can't think right. My mentality is somewhat better, but you know, what I mean, it put me in a very angry state of mind, and honestly, it's traumatizing because it sticks with you. Okay, it leaves scars on your brain. Okay, I'm diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. I have it. I just don't take meds for it no more because I just don't want to be on any type of medication. I'm trying to overcome this stuff myself without medications, and I don't believe in the medications. I believe they're giving me some bullshit that's messing me up worse. But I love you guys. I'll see you in a little bit. I just want to get this out real quick. I'm almost home. Much love, peace, harmony. This is Iggy. MP5679. And this is Get Truth, Die Line. It's truth to die.